Ah, welcome to the Writer's Life taste. My particular writer's life, where you get the truth about the writer's life, especially mine. Um, subscribe, punch the like button, and tap the bell for notifications so that you don't miss out on one fucking exciting video. Yeah, I'm dropping the F bombs again. Just because I can. Um, covers. That ain't important. Um, I've had some great covers done for me in the past by some excellent publishers and some freelancers from my Bear Media company. And I've had some real dogs. And trust me when I say covers do matter. Not only do they matter, but they do sell the book. I think it's a lot like you go out and you see like a hot looking person, girl, or you know whatever you're into, you know. And in my case, a girl, and you immediately, and I'm single basically. I have a friend, but you immediately start thinking like, how can I approach this person? But if it's a big, fat, ugly woman who looks like a bulldog, you're gonna you're gonna kind of go the other way, right? Sorry, I know that's not like the PC thing to say, but it's the truth, ain't it? And you only get the truth here. So I'm gonna go all the way back to 1999. Some of you probably weren't even born. What's that, like 24 years ago now? I get this huge book contract, right? And as everybody knows, because I talk about it all the time, and the company just fucks it up completely, like right from the get go. Not that they weren't nice people. I actually made some really good friends there. And I was in a band with my editor and stuff like that. They were good, really good people. It's just that the internal uh, business workings of the place at the time, Delacorte, which is a part of Dell. I don't even know if it still is anymore. And they're owned by the Bertelsmann brothers out of Germany. The Bertelsmann building in Times Square. They were going through like all sorts of crap. Like they were getting swallowed up by Bantam Books at the time, and everybody was worried about their job. And so, like, who came last? The authors. So they started working on what they called at the time, my book, The Innocent. They made me change the name to As Catch Can, which is a shitty name to begin with, shitty title, I should say, because people confuse it for Catch as Catch Can. And even then, they're like, so like that was a big strike against it. So then they came out with like the galley proof. This was the galley proof. Now, at least I liked the red, but you can't see anything. Like it says a novel right there. You can't even see that. Has my name down here, way down there. You can hardly see the image behind this, the circles and all that bullshit. The back isn't much better. The spine, nothing impressive. And don't forget, this book is going to be down on the lower right hand side, the very last shelf, bottom shelf of the lower right hand side of the bookstore. So, like, you got to be like, I'm what, like 5'7"? I don't know. Maybe now I'm like 5'6.5" or something, but whatever. Like, you got to be like 6 inches tall to see the book. Like so. And anyway, so if this isn't fucked up enough, they come out with the hardcover. Suddenly it's green. Don't ask me why. This one used to be greener, but it was probably sitting in the sun. Yeah, it was more like that green, but this one has been sitting in the sun, I think. But anyway, you get the point. Again, you could kind of get this image out a little bit better, and you get the idea like you're in a nightmare. Maybe I think that's what they were going for, but it doesn't work because it's not 3D enough. and it's got the stupid ass title As Catch Can, like, so you tell people like, what's the name of your new book, Vince? I hear it's a big deal. And you tell them, you say As Catch Can, and they say, what? As Catch Can. Say it again. Oh, you mean like Catch as Catch Can? So they looked for a Catch as Catch Can. Like, I can't find your book. You're screwed, right? Like a novel. Can you see that? No, you can't even see it. And then my name again, at the very bottom, where this went on the bottom of the bookshelf. I'll give them credit for this much, though. They admitted, they said later on, we botched the cover. They admitted it. Trying to get a publisher to admit to any fault is a fucking miracle. Believe me. For instance, at Thomas & Mercer, I'm convinced they purposely botched the publishing, or rather the promotion of my very last book with them, because they were pissed at me. Because it was an aberration, a complete aberration compared with the other books that I had with them. And they know it, but they would never admit it, because you have to always remember, in professional publishing, if something goes right, the publisher takes credit. If everything goes wrong, the author takes the credit. So what they did was, when get back to As Catch Can, now The Innocent, they did, when the paperback version came out, they completely redesigned the cover to this, it's a lock. It's like a padlock. It's got a bullet hole through it. I don't think, no, it's not 3D enough, in my opinion, but in this case, they were getting closer to what, the spine looks better, back looks better. And by then they had some quotes like this one from the New York Post, sensational, masterful, brilliant, like a love letter, right? Rocky Mountain News, Boston Herald, probably the most arresting first crime novel to break into print this season. Wow. Didn't do anything for it. It was still a shitty title. When they came out with Godchild, do I have a copy of that hanging around? I don't. I just have the newer versions. It was even worse. So you might think like, wow, I got this great advance with this huge company, and I'm on my way, and they fucked it up completely. And they, like I said, I give them credit for taking responsibility for it. They probably thought at the time that I was done. I was finished in the industry, that no one else would pick me up again. And for a time that held true. It took me about 5 years to get another book deal. And then those were some hard 5 years, believe me, because I was very stubborn and I was still young and I refused to give up. And I ended up getting a new deal for As Catch Can, which I immediately changed to The Innocent. And lo and behold, we had it re-edited. And you would think a company like Delacorte would have done an excellent job with the editing, but that was screwed up too. Some of the tenses were off, and like words were missing, and things like this. I'm not one of those types to go back and read my own books, right? So someone else did, and they're like, "Dude, who edited this?" Anyway, we changed it to The Innocent. Great new cover. It was like a 3D cover. Sold 100,000 copies in 4 or 5 weeks, something like that. And Godchild sold like 25,000 copies. At that point, I was making more money than my dad was making at his construction company. Just goes to show you how a cover can mean all the difference in the world. The cover, I should say the cover and the title, because everybody can remember The Innocent, even though like Harlan's got a book called The Innocent, and I think Baldacci's got a book called The Innocent. Like everybody's got a book called The Innocent, right? But so what? It even better, because it means like you might find my book, The Innocent, like I might be sandwiched between Harlan Coben. I'm saying, and I might be sandwiched between Harlan and Baldacci. That ain't a bad place to be, marketing wise. All right, that's all I got for you. This was a very business book centric podcast today. I hope you're having a great Sunday. The sun has just popped out. I'm working all weekend so that I can ski Wednesday and Thursday. Hopefully I can ski Wednesday. I'm definitely going up north on Wednesday to spend the night. And I'll ski on Thursday, but hopefully I can ski both days. I don't see why not. I'll get up at dark 30, ski half a day, work in the lodge for a few hours. And then when I can get into my room, I'll work there for a little bit, go out for a beer, have some dinner, go to bed early, get up again, dark 30, and hit the slopes again till lunchtime, and then come back and work. Sounds like a plan to me. All right. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Ciao, ciao, ciao. Wait a minute. Now fucking ciao.